were you met with any resistance from friends and family when becoming an officer, and more specifically, running for the sheriff position?
Oh, both times.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is something that's, I mean, not encouraged anywhere I've ever lived. So even my own mother said, "Hey, you sure you want to do this?" But my mom will support me in anything I choose to do. So, of course she went along with it, but it wasn't something she was it wasn't popular at first. And then especially when I ran for sheriff, a lot of what I've seen, especially when you talk about party affiliation, that really, concerned some people or said, "Hey, I don't know if I can support you because you're a Republican." And I said, "You know what? Republican, Democrat, look at my views and what I'm saying. Look at what I want to accomplish. That should be what you judge me by." And so, yes, was there resistance? I think there's resistance in anything like that. But I think when you hear who I am, when you give me the chance to speak to you and you hear Tommie and hear my message, man, it's hard not to get on board and say, "Hey, I like what you're saying and I like where you're trying to go."
Absolutely. The people definitely have spoken in regards to that.
Yes, and I thank them for it.
There you go. And then another question, which a lot of people have asked me in regards to, because I've kind of let some of my followers know, at least the ones that are dedicated, that I'm going to be interviewing you. And I
Yes,
asked them,
sir.
"Is there any questions you guys would like to ask?" And a few of them were asking, not just you, but specifically you, but just the idea of a police officer. Do you guys take off the badge when you clock off? Are you still a police officer? Do you still look through the vision of a police officer when you get off of work? And if you do, or if you don't, what is the transition? How do you guys switch it off?
I think that is a great question. What I would say is, I think when you turn that police mindset on and you start looking at the lens through a cop, I don't think you ever shut it off. I still scan the room when I walk in. I still look at people's waistbands looking for threats. This is just something that's ingrained in you to keep you safe. So it's hard to turn that off. So what you look at are methods outside to keep your mental health correct and understand, talking to people, not everybody's a threat. Not everybody's out there to hurt you or harm you. Be nice to people. But I think you have to have something for your own mental health to help you kind of, because you can be operating at a very diligent level, like where you're just hyper vigilant of what's going on. So you have to have something mellow you out. So what I commonly use is the gym. What do we have to offset that? Do you have hobbies? Do you like to fish, hunt, go and see kids play sports? Something that I don't think you can take the mindset away, but can you shift your focus to something else it's not so much on the duties of the job? To kind of relieve yourself of that stress. Can you kind of just get away for a bit?
Decompress.
Decompress.
Yeah.
Good word.
Absolutely.